and welcome to Curator's Pick. This month we're going to talk about one of our buildings on the Deere Wiman property. Now, the original Deere Wiman house was built in 1872, and as we can see from this historic photo, the house is at the same location, and then off here to the left of the house, you see in the background what was the Victorian style carriage house, built at the same time, 1872, as the house. So we know that the carriage house was a multi-story structure for the horses and carriages, and then upstairs we believe that there was some staff quarters. Here's another early picture of the house, and you can see a better shot of that carriage house off to the right of the main house in this picture. Now, when did they rebuild the carriage house to look like it does now behind me here? We aren't exactly sure, but we do have these two photographs showing the west side and the east side of the building, showing a very different building from that early Victorian roof building. But I'm thinking it was probably mid-1910s. If you've watched our previous video on the Deere Wiman swimming pool or the Deere Wiman pool tunnel, we know that that building was built 1917. I think it was about the same time period. So they had two big building projects going on in the 1910s on the property. Now, why they tore down the old carriage house, we're not sure, but we do know they were converting to cars in that period, and so they probably felt that they just needed a different type of building for the carriage house. And so, wonderful picture from the 1910s, early 20s, showing the flower boxes up above the windows on the second floor, which we no longer have, and of course, big double doors for the cars to drive in and out. Let's go closer to the carriage house. So here we are on the east side of the 1910s garage that the Wimans built in the location of the original carriage house. One big difference from the historic photo is on the second floor there was like a little balcony coming out. And they even had the flower boxes on the north side of the building. But you can see that up there on the second floor in the center, they've now taken out that little balcony area. Not sure when or why they did that. The other big difference is that coming out along this side of the building, kind of an L off of the main garage, there was another building that sat there that looked like a one-story garage space, and then there was a taller structure with a smokestack that came along the side of the building. That was for the coal fire heating system, and the boilers are inside the carriage house, and then that's piped up to the main house. We don't really have good pictures of that old boiler house, but we know that it was torn down probably in the mid or late 1970s, we believe. So here we are inside the Deere Wiman garage. You saw the exterior, the east and west sides, and here you can see clear on the east side the original location of the big doors where the cars could drive in. We recently replaced this carpet and discovered that there were 1 foot by 1 foot tiles that were on the floor and drains periodically. So that was the original flooring. We use this space now for a lot of group meetings and programming. Right now we're set up for our summer day camps that we are featuring with our Quad City area kids. And let's look at, I think, the only 2 remnants besides the brickwork on the walls of the original garage. So here's the first of a couple of features that I think still remain from the early 1910s garage. We have this cool looking water source right next to our old red steam heat register. And then down the brick wall to the tire or air pressure gauge for filling up those flat tires on the cars. This particular air gauge was made by the Moline Heating and Construction Company. So one last look at the exterior of our 1910s garage here at the Deere Wiman house. I would love if we could find more pictures of the interior with cars, just similar to that one early one we have, but a view inside to see all the wonderful cars that would have been parked and well taken care of by the Deere Wiman family chauffeurs. See you next time.